Testing. Okay. Alright. Alright, my Acrobat reader isn't working, so we're just gonna use uh Internet Explorer. U.S. Department of Transportation Pipeline. U.S. Department of Transportation Pipeline Hazard Material Safety Administration Office of Hazard Material Safety Field Operations shows the Pipeline Hazard Safety Administration investigations. Inspection Investigation Enforcement Manual version 2.1 effective date October 5th, 2007. Table of acronyms, abstract, executive summary, significant change with the previous version, disclaimer, updating manual, chapter 1, field operation, purpose of operating, stricter mission, vision, goal, field operation, purpose of the hazard material program, authority to investigate, authority to take enforcement actions, jurisdiction, primary transportation jurisdiction, statutory jurisdiction, model, MOA, cost, benefit, scope, and effect of the event, and resource availability, strategic partnership, model enforcement responsibilities or areas of emphasis, memorandums of understanding agreement, other formal working agreements, organizational, national field leadership team, field support, chief of enforcement branch, hazard material safety, regional office, regional director, regional chief investigators, senior investigators, Chapter 2, Planning, Conducting, Completing, Complying with Inspection, Overview, Reinspection, Completion, Investigation, Joint Inspection Activities, SISP, Inspection, Accidental Investigations, Planting, Route Inspection Procedures, Safety Equipment, Practice with Mandatory Equipment, list of the other safety equipment, developing practice, national inspection plan, daily ranking, report, inspector, itinerary, authorization, regional chief, investigator, traveling authorization, avoid notice with inspection, conducting routine inspection, safety consideration, code of conduct, code of the inspection, presenting credentials, refusal permanent inspection, employer or employee interference, striking or labor dispute, inspection packages, collection of evidence, chain of custody controls, oral statement, completing interviews, security inspection with the Department of Homeland Security regulated facilities, documentation, written statement, and reviewing best practices. Photographic evidence, completing of the on-site investigation, exit briefing, preparing with the inspection investigation reports. Chapter 3, preparing inspection reports, inspection report details, CMS tab, the inspection detail tab, exhibit tab, violation tab, supplemental report, shipment observation report, preparing incidental investigation reports, revise or reserve. Chapter 4, enforcement penalty for the non-enforcement action, non-probable violation in terms of formal conformance, conference, administrative law, judge hearing, criminal penalties, and injunctive action, non-enforcement recommendations, regulatory chains of support, paper, Chapter 5, conducting, completing fitness, inspection of overview, safety consideration, fitness review process, automated review, safety profile review, on-site inspection, international process department, approval, field operation, coordination, foreign instructional notification letters, international travel, the S15 2-week trips, completion of the trip, important links to the phone numbers, international phone requests, fitness recommendations, report to domestic and international. Chapter 6, opening in a package for the issuing warnings, overview, opening package for the opening package procedure, reclosing package for the opening container for the other enclosed for the transport, vehicle for the transport, analysis, assistant, qualified personnel, emergency orders, amendment that has a potential violation, imminent has a warning, example of the issuing of the emergency order, responsibility with the role, decision tree, emergency detention orders. In Chapter 7, the packaging and material testing, packaging testing program, overview, package design, selection criteria, testing, alternative validation testing, validation testing, assignment for the inspection report number of the alternative validation testing on the validation testing, packaging of the source of the alternative validation testing, sample lot size and securement of the alternative validation validating testing, and for additional evidence collection of alternative valid testing, valid invalid testing, corrective action testing, and alternative valid testing and valid testing, COIS management system of the alternative valid testing and valid testing, has material regulation citation designs that fail the alternative value test, validation testing or validation testing. As material testing procedures of the obtaining sample, the reimbursement chain of custody, Chapter 8, planning, conducting, completing accident investigation overview, lesson learned, preparation and planning, investigator's fitness assignment, determining incident level or moral condition, conducting accident investigation, arriving on scene, safety considerations, executive notification report, reporting, regional leadership investigator, check and schedule, the integration with the incident command system, the state, tribal, local official contributions, on scene priorities, classification, communication, package integrity, remediation of evidence, collection, perceive the photographic evidence for the procedure, chain of custody control, completing interviews, completion, collecting of the statement, follow up, enforcement actions, media taking points, post-accident investigation, procedure, case management system, entries, exactly the summary, conclusion, recommendations, pre-incident case review panel, following report, timely death and injury incident, Chapter 9, system and integrity safety program overview, safety consideration system and integrity safety program, investigator duties, system integrity safety program, eligibility criteria, and conducting safety system and integrity Integrity Safety Program inspection system, integrity inspection confidentiality. Terms SI's the SII agreement, post system and integrity safety program inspection activity glossary terms, Appendix A, Appendix B, and acronyms. We're going to skip the acronyms, and then we're going to that finishes chapter. We're on chapter 1 now. I'm going to cut the tape so you have the table of contents if you wanted to look at this video.